When fashioning an agreement or requesting items in a court order about visitation with your children when geographic distance is an issue, there are several important factors to consider. One item that's important to note is wanting to request Skype or FaceTime visitation. That can incorporate a level of contact that you really just can't match on the telephone. You can be involved with school projects and things just like a parent who's right there in the room. Another important factor is to consider the age of the child. A school-age child is going to be restricted by the school calendar every year. A younger child, you have a little more flexibility throughout the year. When you're dealing with an infant or a toddler, they're not going to be able to be away from their primary parent for very long periods of time, so you may need to go to them. Older children have more and more structured extracurricular activities, so it'll be difficult at times to pull them away from that as well. So those are all sort of important factors to consider. Speaking of the school calendar, another important item is to think about often forgotten holidays that occur throughout the year. A typical visitation order includes visitation at Christmas, Thanksgiving, spring break, and summer. But there's other holidays like fall break, Mardi Gras break here in Mobile, and 3-day weekends throughout the year that are great opportunities to visit. Another important item is just the sheer logistics of arranging the visitation. Will you and the other parent meet halfway? Will the child fly on an airplane? If so, many airlines offer the option for children to fly unaccompanied or stewardess attended beginning at age 5, but there's restrictions and fees involved. So research that issue carefully before going to court or structuring your agreement. Lastly, child support can be an important consideration here. In Alabama, visitation expenses that are borne primarily by one parent are a reason to deviate from what the child support guidelines call for. So this can affect your child support. In effect, you could request a discount on what your child support should be given the extent of your expenses. Dealing with visitation transitions for your child when geographic distance is involved can be challenging, but some of these tips can help you maintain as much consistency as possible for your child.